it is our lecture number 3. It is basically on network equations, how we are going to make equations of our given networks. It is related to the part which we have studied in our previous course of linear circuit analysis. If you guys remember, in that course we were following the rule of nodal loop analysis, Thevenin, Norton, all on AC circuit. Similarly, in this topic we are going to study how we are going to make network equations. Now, before starting our network equations, we first know a few things. If our two voltage sources V1 and V2, they are connected in series with each other like this and this is V1 and this is V2. If these two sources are connected in series with each other, then we are just going to add them, but the addition operation must consider their polarity. If they have same polarity, then same sign. If they have different polarities, then negative sign. Similarly, if we have two current sources which are connected in parallel with each other like this, what we are going to do to make an equivalent single source, we are going to add them again like this, I1 plus I2. Now, what is important thing? Important thing is, if two voltage sources are connected in parallel, if two voltage sources are connected in parallel with each other, what will happen next? What is the parallel rule? Our parallel rule is that we have same voltage in both parallel loops, right? So if this V1 and V2 is equal, then we can connect them in parallel, or we can make a single source from them. But if these two are of different polarity, V1 is different and V2 is different, then it is not possible. It is a wrong decision. Similarly, two current sources cannot be connected in series until they are identical. Why? Because in series we have identical current passing through whole circuit. Current cannot vary. Now, these are the points we have already discussed on our previous slide. I am representing them in diagram, in circuit. Look, this is my V1, this is V2. These both are connected in series with each other, and this is their equivalent. Similarly, this is I1, this is I2. After combining them, I got this one, I1 plus I2. But if V1 is connected in parallel with V2, then V1 must be equal to V2. Similarly, if I1 is connected in series with I2, then I1 must be equal to I2. No other option. Now, what are we going to do if we have to transform our voltage source into current source in the presence of a resistor? If a resistor is present in series with a voltage source, then we will divide that value of that resistor from the voltage, and the value obtained after division of voltage with that resistor R1 is the current source, and resistor must be connected in parallel. This is what we call source transformation. Similarly, if we had an inductor with a voltage source, what we are going to do? We are using the formula used for finding the current of inductor, and we would connect that inductor in parallel with that current source. If we have a capacitor with voltage source, similarly we are going to use the formula to find out the value of current in case of capacitor and connect that capacitor in parallel with that current source. These are our source transformations. I am going to do them with the help of capacitor, inductor and resistor. You can simplify your circuit with these source transformations as per your requirement. Now, our next target is how are we going to form the equations of our circuit? So first case, in this case we are having a resistor and an inductor and a capacitor connected in series with each other. A source V of t is also connected. Now what are we going to do? We are going to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law says that you have to uh, consider all the voltages drops and with the voltage which is presented to the circuit. So what is the voltage? V of t is equal to all the voltage drops across the components. Now first one is R. R should be multiplied with I of the circuit, this I, so that we can get the value of voltage drop across R1. Similarly, the inductor L into di over dt would give us the value or the voltage drop across the inductor. Similarly, 1 over C integral I dt will give us the VC value, voltage drop across capacitor. This is our first equation, first KVL obtained for this circuit. This is what? This is integral differential equation. Why? Because it is having an integral as well as derivative. Now what we are going to do next? We have to convert them into single form differential equation. We will take derivative again. After taking the derivative, this is R, it is going to convert into this. This L is going to have a double derivative, and this integral and this derivative, they will cancel out each other. And on the other hand side, dvt over d of t. So by rearranging, putting the square of derivative, double derivative, then single, and then without derivative is equal to d over dt into v of t. Now next circuit. In this circuit, as it is clearly understood that they have made three nodes, V1, V2 and V3. We have to apply nodal equations, KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. So at node V1, what are we going to do? How can we get the value of current at this loop, at this branch? It is having R1, right? 1 over R1 into V1 plus this node is also connected with the capacitor C d over dt V1 minus V2. Why? Because this capacitor C1 is connected with two nodes, is equal to initial current, this one I. Similarly, at node 2, we have C1 d over dt V2 minus V1, then V2 over R2, and node number 2 is also connected with C2. So C2 d over dt into V2 minus V3 is equal to 0. Similarly, at node number 3, 1 over R3 into V3 plus C2 d over dt into V3 minus V2 is equal to 0. These are three equations at three different nodes, right? So further solve it. If you are given with the values, you can solve it with the help of this method. This is all previously done in our previous. Now this is your exercise question. In this question, in the network given in the figure, it is given that V2 of t is equal to 2 volts, dV2 over d2 of t naught is equal to minus 10 volts. T naught is the time after switch K was closed. This is the direction of the switch when it is closed. Determine the value of C. The value of C is not given, other different values are given. What we are going to do to find out the value of C? We are using the same methodologies over here. So these are the parameters which are given in the question, and what we are going to find out, we are going to find out the value of C. This kind of circuit we are having. I am making two nodes V1 and V2 as it is a short in between. So this would be our type of circuit. It is having only one node, that is V2, right? So I am going to write the equation for this. This V1 is equal to V2 because of this short. At node V2, V2 minus 3 over 2 plus V2 over 1 the C into d V2 over dt. Now IC is equal to C dV2 over dt. In nodal, what we are going to find out? We are going to find out the value of current in each branch. So in first branch, V2 minus 3 over 2, 2 is resistance. We got the current. V2 over 1 is resistance. We got the current. And third case, a capacitor is there. How can we find out the value of current in case of capacitor? IC is equal to C dV over dt. So after that, rearrange the circuit. This one is on right hand side and this one is on left hand side. After that, these put all the values which are given in our question. dV2 over dt is equal to 10, V2 is equal to 2. Put all those values. We got minus 3 by 2, right? Now take this 10 over here like this. I'm sorry, I have written double 10 over here. We can cut this 10. Take this over here. After that, we got 3 by 20, which is equal to 0.15 farad. Right? These are easy questions. These are not difficult ones. You can easily solve them. Now, what you are going to do after this lecture? You have to solve the exercise questions from 1 to 7, from question number 1 to question number 7, and question number 18 to 24. For your practice. These are all simple questions. These are all our previously studied knowledge. You guys have previously studied in circuit analysis 1. These are all techniques. You just have to practice them over here, right? Thank you.